is as Federal Express, and I know you know that. But all over the United States, hundreds of newspapers are now focusing on the private Federal Reserve instead of some nebulous attack on the free market and Wall Street. It is the Federal Reserve and the 6 mega banks that control Wall Street. They got rid of Glass-Steagall. They bankrupted this country. They stole the tens of trillions of dollars. And they are going to pay for it. These criminals are going to pay for it, just like Bernie Madoff is rotting in a jail right now. You know, Bernie Madoff has come out and said from prison, he said, you know, all I did is what the Federal Reserve does. It's all a Ponzi scheme, and that's right. These guys, they get all of our wealth, and then when they blow the Ponzi scheme, they hand us all of their debt and tell us what a favor they're doing for us.
Bullshit!
They're the reason this country's falling apart. They're the reason we're losing our jobs. They're the globalists that shipped our jobs overseas. They're the people that run this country, and we see you. We know who you are. You know, a lot of people in the mainstream media, the dinosaur dying media, have tried to criticize Occupy Wall Street and say that they don't have direction. They do have direction. But the mainstream media goes and cherry picks and finds people in the crowd that are just upset about the economy. But I've had reporters all over this country talk to Occupy Wall Street. They know what the problem is. It's the Federal Reserve. And you know, people have asked, what's our list of demands? We demand that the curtain on their fraud be lifted. We will educate the public. This is a private criminal organization involved in crime. The private Federal Reserve cannot stand the light of publicity. They have operated for 98 years under the fraud that they are a federal agency when they are representative of 6 private mega banks: Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and others. And we're here to expose the magician's trick. We're here to tell the American people that Santa Claus, Rudolph, the Keebler elves, the Tooth Fairy, the Lucky Charms elf, and unicorns don't exist, and neither does the Federal Reserve. It's a fraud! Now, in the Fed! 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 Hey, I gotta say something. So far, I gotta hand it to the Houston police. I've been all over the world, including England, demonstrating against the globalists. And almost everywhere, the police have acted like we're some kind of evil demons or something for knowing how to tie our shoelaces and knowing how the world works. But here, they're not acting like, we're some type of evil people. They're acting like that we are their fellow Americans. And the police are there just making sure that we don't block traffic or the traffic doesn't run into us. They're here to defend our First Amendment. They're not standing around. They're not standing around bugging their eyes out at us like some of them were yesterday in Dallas, like we had done something wrong. We're the people that know what the problem is, and we want these criminals to go to prison, and we're exposing them, and they're going down. And make no mistake, this is leaderless resistance. Our system of liberty is based on ideas because they're invincible, because they're eternal, the basic precepts of liberty. And that's why people say, well, what are our demands? I know what I think's a good idea. Audit, and then abolish the Federal Reserve, and start federal and state indictments against the Goldman Sachs operatives that are inside the Federal Reserve and the Treasury, giving themselves trillions of our taxpayer money. They've had Senate hearings in the last year admitting that serious crimes have been committed, just like Fast and Furious, with the federal government shipping guns into Mexico and cocaine back into the United States. So we know they're criminals. Now we got your bread? The feds got your bread. Who's got your bread? The feds got your bread. Who's got your bread? The feds got your bread.